Hey YouTube, we're going to be watching RLCS replays again, and it is Nwpo. We watched Nwpo a couple weeks ago, and he demands we watch him again. We're going to be watching the 3 games in which he scored the highest in this recent RLCS split. Oh my goodness, look at this pass. This is just the way it is with Nwpo. This is just the way it is with Nwpo. I'm watching all of these for the first time. I know he performs well in these because it is his highest scoring games, but immediately off the rip, 10 seconds in, he has hit a double touch with the ceiling, reset into a pass to his teammate for a goal. Getting only an assist for that, so not even credited for tons of points, but he has been playing absolutely insane, and I think that he is the best player. Look at this slot in the bottom left. I think he's the best player that will not be at the London Major. Unfortunately for Cola, the Falcons are just too dominant. They needed the Falcons to get lower than 3rd, and Cola needed to win the event. And of course, instead of that happening, the Falcons, even though they did drop to the lower bracket, ended up getting the reset on Cola and winning the event. So not only did they not get 3rd, they went 9 straight events. Every single split, they won every single regional. The Falcons are truly insane. But I have a feeling that more teams from the Middle East are going to be showing up, and Cola right now are certainly that team who seem to be number 2, and specifically Nwpo is completely popping off with this team. So we're going to watch some more games from him today, and then make sure you watch all the way to the end, because there's a couple clips that he got over this weekend that aren't going to be in these main high-scoring games. I'm going to show those because we got to see it all. You got to see all the madness that is Nwpo. And if this is the first time you've watched any of his games, he is one of the fastest playing players. In fact, I think I speculated previously about whether or not he was the fastest, and he is. I confirmed in the last regional he moves faster than anybody else in the Middle East region, and I actually might be able to check that again for this regional. I haven't checked it yet, but maybe I can do it live while we're recording, while we watch Venom, Ali, and Nwpo try and take down. This is YT. You know what? Let me make sure I get this right. Last time we talked about the event, I had a team mixed up. But this first game is from YouTube Spoilers, or YT Spoilers. I don't know if that's supposed to be YouTube. But this is the first round series for Cola. The next 2 games will come from Veloce, which is actually the winners finals. So previously we saw him kind of farming some points against maybe the lower teams, but he does it against Veloce as well, which is, you know, maybe number 3 team in the region now, because I really think Cola has taken over that number 2 spot. They may not have the same amount of points, but as of late, they have certainly been that team, and I think in the future they will be as well. Look at these wall dashes from Nwpo, forcing that, wait, what's going on here? Is this a disconnect? Nwpo, please, join back into the game. What's going on? Nobody stopped playing. Okay, now, okay, there's the reset. All right, I was wondering if it was all going to be in the same replay file. It does get reset. I don't know if Nwpo DC'd or what, but he definitely stopped moving, and now we're back on a kickoff halfway through the game. And these kickoff situations have been great for Nwpo. He keeps getting possession and scoring off of them, and he just does it all by himself. Once again, it's going to be another assist, but you got to realize that he did all the work there as his team finishes it off, and he goes up 3-1. I believe this is the 2nd game of the series between these 2 teams. Nwpo able to reset Brucio on the back wall and let his teammates take his ways. He has a solid team as well. I don't think this is just a one-man show, but he has been incredibly impressive. Completely leaving his teammates. He knew that at best they were going to get a save and they could move off of it. He wasn't going to be able to recover for that specific shot, so he just runs away. But I am pulling up the movement speed right now on the side as we look through this. Nice 50 by Nwpo. Now he's once again using the wall to wave dash back. He is always constantly trying to stay at max speed, sometimes at the sacrifice of what seems like the better play. I have a feeling we're going to see more and more players move like this, as so often speed is just a weapon that cannot be matched. These little wave dashes into the corner. Interesting bump at the midfield, trying to help out his teammate, not having to make a tough save, and now he can bump links. He does, but there's another backup defender. So his team will set up only 3-2. The minute left to go. All right, I've got it. I've pulled up the average speed. Now, Nwpo is not number 1 when you look at all the replays, but This is actually the case before. The person who beat him is somebody who only played 8 games from Team Dylan. This is going off of average speed. So he played 8 games at the regional, which means he has a really small sample size. He was able to play faster than Nwpo. But Nwpo, with 80 games in the regional, is the second fastest player. Actually, Mizexi, who you maybe seen play on stream doing 1v1s, he is also pretty high as well. He was pretty high last regional. So I think that's kind of a consistent result. He's got at least 25 games, not quite like Nwpo's 80, which really is a humongous sample size to be moving that quickly. But yeah, Nwpo, at least in the Middle East region, I haven't combined all the replays to see compared to the other regions. He is definitely the fastest player. Historically, the Middle East has been the faster region, so we can maybe assume that he's playing faster than anybody else in any other region, but I'm sure someone at some point will check and find out. Interesting pass from Nwpo. Looks like this game is potentially headed for overtime. Like I said before, I wasn't able to catch any of these games live. I got to see some of the clips, and that's the games I'll make sure you guys see. But the rest of these, I'm watching for the first time alongside you guys. Interesting pass. Nwpo's not going to be able to get up to this one, and he is just going to let it hit the ground. But only after he gets a touch, adds 2 more points to his score. No wonder he got the highest score in this game, or one of the 3 highest scores in this game. He's farming every little point when possible. Now he missed on this challenge high. Gonna have to rotate wide. No boost to grab at the midfield. Link's dropping it to Venom. Venom unable to make a bit of a solo play. Look at this pre-jump from Nwpo. Very ambitious. Exactly how he plays his ones. He really stood no chance to intercept that, but it's those kind of predictive plays that result in the crazy highlights he's able to find. Doesn't have the boost to get back to this double. Then wave dashing immediately towards the ball, prepping for that 50 to be dropped low. It wasn't, but he keeps his movement high that way. He never slows down instead of trying to camp out on that right side. Nice interception off the ceiling. Falls immediately into the midfield boost. On the back line for his team. King going to get a strong touch. Actually able to float with it. Wow, that was closer than it needed to be. Of course, Nwpo somehow gets a double save off his own post. Very impressive shot that I did not expect to go as well as it did. Holly, nice save. Venom can't win the race to the ball. Nwpo leaving that 100 for somebody else. At 65, not able to pick up that back corner. Man, he left the net open, it seemed, but faith in his teammates to get the save. Now, minute 30. Cola has played a ton of defense. Venom is going to lob it to the skies. And what can Nwpo do with it? Not much. Ollie, nice pop. Bump and a goal. Cola will win. This was an overtime game, a minute 37. I don't know if all of them are overtimes. Sometimes, overtime can really help you get a higher score in a game because it just goes on for longer. I don't know if the other ones are. We'll see. But let's continue on. We got 3 games to watch, and then we'll check out some highlights at the end. All right, I may have lied earlier. I think I said that both the following games are against Veloce. Now, while he has a couple more highlights against Veloce, one of his higher scoring games is against the Sights. The Sights is this squad they're playing here now. Evil, Fahad, and B2... Wait. Does Fahad have a different name? I'm not sure. Fahad usually plays with this game. I guess it's IX B2 Cell, and I thought Fahad, but Evil 42. I'm not really sure what the deal is with that. Anyways, maybe you guys know. Maybe you'll correct me in the comments. I'm sure you will. Someone always knows the deal. But this is the Sights, and specifically, this is game number 3 in their matchup. The series score between these two right now is 1-1. So we will see how Nwpo performs here in this game. Bumped on the back corner. Great boost spawn for him, though. Right at the right time. Let me see if I can look at Sight's lineup. Yeah, it has Fahad. Oh, it has Fahad, IX, and Evil. So Fahad must be playing as B2 Cell. B2 Cell is a different player. Now I'm just very confused now at this point. Doesn't even have a sub listed for them on the Wikipedia page for them. But I tell you what, comments know the deal for sure. They'll let me know. They'll let you know. Make sure you check the comments to see what the deal is with Sights and why they are not playing with their regular named roster, it seems. This wave dash bump. Wave dash demo, I should say. He did finish it off with a bump on IX. Right to Venom, gonna get intercepted. Nwpo playing really passive. on the goal line, considering how normally he's pre-jumping so early. He definitely seems he could have won that race to the ball. But just waiting this one out. This time the pass over the top of him. Now, I was expecting to see wall dashes. He loves to wall dash every time he's low boost on the wall. This time, no. What a crazy double. Of course, he's going to land on the sidewall and catch it. But the wave dash won't get him back. So his team down 2. But this ends up being a high-scoring game for Nwpo, so we got to expect to see some magic here eventually. Unable to intercept B2 Cell. I believe the 2 and the specific numbers around the letters are usually an attempt to make Arabic symbols. I wonder if the 2 is the same way for B2 Cell. I haven't heard how to pronounce that player's name, but I know that's the case with all the 7s, maybe the 2s as well. This on the goal line could be dangerous. Definitely no one from the sights around. Nwpo's given tons of space. Gonna get to fall from the ceiling by himself over the top of one. Can't dunk down again, but he's created a ton of offense for his team just by having great initial setups that they've been able to finish. Right now, nobody on the Team Cola have been able to finish it. Is that a long shot in? Wow, what a snipe. Not often does that happen in threes. I mean, you see times in which one's players are baited out of their half and then shot over the top of, but Nwpo just found a way to boom one over all 3 sights defenders. And now his team is within 1. Nice jump to the back wall. Trying to avoid that demo as it cut across his net. Now IX the reset. And I'm surprised Nwpo using all this boost to catch that ball. Wow, he wanted to win that 50. It seemed like his teammate maybe could have taken the ball for him at the cost of way less boost. But that's not the way Nwpo plays. Anybody who's watched some of his replays or watched some of him live, he constantly stays top speed. Sometimes in situations where it seems like maybe his teammate could have a better touch. But I'm sure these guys work well together. I don't think they're blaming Nwpo for popping off the way he does. Oh, Nwpo looking for a double. The angle! Nwpo ties it up. What a read. And a great setup. Checking out his teammates' positions here on this next kickoff. He's got his team tied. A minute 31 left to go. 2 goals so far. All the goals for his team in this game. He's going to be able to bump IX. No. Can't get to it in time. Wanted to take him out of the play. Once again, a goal line defender. A bit of an awkward save attempt. Teammate was there, and nobody on sights was able to quickly follow it up, which means Nwpo would work towards the clear slowly. Nwpo to the backboard. Rare miss. Venom able to handle it. Maybe in comms. He intentionally left it as Venom said he had it controlled. This should be a midfield boost here for Nwpo. I wonder if Venom maybe could have found him at the midfield. That shot wasn't too pressuring. This shot is also not that pressuring. Far away from the net. Not that crazy of a move, but it is going to get over the top of one of the side's players. Try to just muscle it through the 50 on the back wall. And that's not going to happen. So 30 seconds left to go. Cola finally out on offense. That soft chip is enough to get over the top of Nwpo's early cut in field. He has found himself as their third very frequently. You know, the way he's been playing, I think some people might assume that he doesn't know how to play safe when needed, but this team does not become the second best team in the region. Oh my goodness, his double is saved without him understanding when they need somebody to camp it out a little bit on defense, and he's done a good job as third. His team's going to have a couple close goals as it gets sent to overtime, so it looks like we are going to have another overtime game, but I think he's played great here regardless. Not the only reason why it's been some of his high-scoring games. IX, nice challenge, chip over 2. And getting that last defender to make a save is a great way to start an extended bit of offense. Nwpo over 1 over 2. Where was the rest of the defense? They just slipped right underneath that. Nwpo, all 3 goals in this game for his team. Let me see what his score ended up being. 812 in this game, 6 shots. My goodness. Able to take the sights down in game 2, and then he did eventually win this series as well. But the final game is going to come from the winners finals against Veloce. Here we are in game 6, I believe. against Veloce. The current series is 3-2 in favor of Cola. So Cola looking to finish out the winners finals, put themselves in the grand finals if they can win this game. Veloce, as I talked about before, is this other team who is closest to vying for second best team in the Middle East and has had a longer stay as second best. But right now, Cola is making a statement, and hopefully they can make a statement here. We have to expect so. I do promise this is a high-scoring game. And wait a second. How did they score? It didn't have anything to do with Nwpo. Somehow, a goal was forced in right as Nwpo was taken off the field. Interesting decision to go up in the net. And I think it's convenient for Nwpo that Senzo didn't shoot immediately, because he would have been in an awkward position. Instead, passed it, and he recovered off the inside of his net just in time to get a save. Saves are, of course, also crucial to a high-scoring point game, according to the Rocket League point system. So maybe we're going to see a ton of saves from Nwpo as well. Senzo, what a double. Oh, my goodness. Double off the ceiling to set up a great pass. Really tough for defenders to read near that back wall, and yet somehow the Cola defender did do it. We're going to carry this one out. Pop off the back wall. Not much can happen, but seems like Cola could have an extended offense. Nwpo, instead of turning a field, though, has decided to retreat all the way back to the back corner for 100. Now Ali able to break them out. Senzo, his carry, very easy to read. You kind of tell Senzo was low on boost towards the end of that dribble. He likely would have used more, but he's just going to float with the ball, which makes it very easy for Nwpo to challenge, especially because no reset was being threatened. Oh, that's a nice bump. This net could be open. Nwpo actually not the best of touches. Going to look for a pass to Ali, who tried to pre-jump it, and didn't work out. Cola still up. Venom to the ceiling. Nwpo trying to pass back to himself. Not going to happen. He will steal this back corner boost. Venom upfield, taking one member of Veloce out. Can't get Senzo as well. Well, maybe Nwpo might go for impressive there, but did not. Senzo clear to the back wall. Nwpo, very intentional wait to let that hit the ground before trying to take the clear. But once again, likes to react whenever possible. Doesn't want to challenge, which is actually a really, smart way to play ones. And we have seen some slight one success from him, although threes is certainly the place he shines the most. He's never getting himself beat, especially when he's the last back, second or third player inside his half. He is not challenging early and letting himself get outplayed. He is making sure he gets a smart touch, reactionary at the right time. I'm not sure why he's camped out here on the back wall. It doesn't really seem like Veloce is going to be sending it back. Obviously, he was worried about it. Ceiling play, not going to happen. His attempt to intercept midfield. This is such an interesting decision. His team's just going to score here. 2 goals. Nwpo letting the teammates do it, but somehow ending up as one of his highest scoring games. Oh, this is going to be another reset. Hopefully it's all inside the same replay. Yep, there we go. A little bit of messed up kickoff, but a reset. Ollie, nice 50. Good for Nwpo, and he slams it in for a third. A nice pass and a goal that certainly runs up the scoreboard for him, but not necessarily as exciting as some of the previous clips we saw him get. S&W, big fake. And Nwpo fell for it. Thought for sure it was going to come. Senzo can't dunk over Venom, and now a long aerial shot. Venom had to jump out of the way, either for the demo or just to let Nwpo squeeze underneath him and go grab the boost. Oh, good challenge. This is actually going to turn into a goal. Wow, Veloce falling apart. Here's the reason why Nwpo had such a high-scoring game, just absolutely decimating Veloce here at the end of a very important series. Winner of this series going to the grand finals. Almost certainly feeling like they're going to get another match against the Falcons. And just to spoil it, I think I already did. The Falcons won every single regional. So the Falcons do come back. But unlike last time, they do not perfect sweep Cola both times. And I think that's how they've come back from the lower bracket every time they've come. But this time, Cola did get a couple games. And I think even a highlight that we're going to watch later against the Falcons, even though they couldn't get the series. So a total blowout, a total domination from the Cola squad. And maybe this one was a little bit less exciting, but it should be noted this is, you know, an amazing team, the best team that they've played against so far in these replays. And goes to show just how well they played together. Block's going to tick down here. Maybe another save or two to pad the stats. 10 seconds left. We're going to have a couple more clips to watch from these guys. So these are our 3 ranked games. Nwpo been playing well, but you've got to see these highlights. And I'll pull them up after this. Senzo, that'll hit the ground. Let's go check them out. All right, the first highlight actually comes from this same series. This is the series against Veloce in game number 2 here on Aquadome. Nwpo able to get a nice shot that should be showing up here soon, assuming that I timed this very well. Nwpo to the ceiling, the angle. Oh my goodness, dude. Just so filthy. Let's watch it again real quick from the net, just to get an idea of how tough an angle he found here. Nice pass up from Venom. Such a soft touch. Crossbar down. That's just insane placement. It's like, it's not a powerful shot, but it's an incredibly impressive shot and the kind of mechanical shot we expect from him. But we want to show that one off, and we've got one more that I think is the craziest highlight he's had, maybe all split. All right, this one comes off the kickoff. This one is against the Falcons in game number 5 of the second series they played between each other. Look at Nwpo. Gets slammed by his teammate, gets the read, and gets a double. Before you can even know what's going on in this game, he's already scored an absolute banger. He's playing in the... sorry, I'm trying to go all the way back to the beginning. He's playing in the Fennec, which I didn't think he normally did. I don't know if he's ever done that on our stream. He's mostly been in the Octane. But he neutralizes his kickoff, and then he taps it down to Venom, and then they combine. Look at the way he just gets the instant read. Not for a moment does it look like that's not what he planned all along. And a nasty double to put him up 1 here. I think they do end up losing this game 5 and then the next one as well, which means the Falcons get the series win in 6 games. But Nwpo, man, he is incredibly impressive. And if you haven't been watching him, you need to start watching him. I think we're going to hear more and more about him. He just gets scored on right there. Just goes to show you how good the Falcons are. The fact that they can score on such a good player. But get used to hearing his name. I think we're going to hear him a lot. And I think that'll be it for the YouTube video. We'll see you next time, hopefully, with some more crazy Nwpo gameplay.